Hi YouTubers, RNY for Health here. Bundled up still because I'm still freezing. It's like about 70 degrees in here and I still feel like it's about 30 degrees. So that's just my body adjusting to all the weight loss, which is a good thing. The weight loss is a good thing. I've lost over 91 pounds. I haven't weighed myself recently because I haven't been to the office in a couple of weeks, but I know I'm losing. Only doing 20 carbs a day, and I'm being very careful with my calories, and I'm either losing or maintaining, and I'll have an update on that soon. But my total loss to date pre-surgery is 91 pounds. So it's just I'm in a holding pattern right now waiting for the surgery. But one of the things that I did a previous video on, and this is part 2 of that, was I just wanted to document all the reasons why I want to have the surgery and why I am going to have the surgery if my insurance will approve it. So I talked a lot already about just mobility stuff, but there are other things that I didn't touch on that I'd like to cover. So for example, when I was younger, I always really loved to do things in the water. I used to love to swim, and I would take long baths pretty much every night. I call them multimedia baths, so I would have bubbles and candles, and I might bring a book in there and read for a while and just soak and scrub and scrub and soak, and it was very relaxing and it helped me go to sleep. And then I would take a quick shower in the morning. Well, it's been a very long time, over 10 years, since I could get up and down out of a bathtub. And when I did get into a bathtub, I was kind of like a cork in a bottle. So it was very uncomfortable, and then it was really hard to get up again. So I'm just being very honest here that when you weigh over 400 pounds, it's hard to get in and out of a bathtub. The only thing I could do was take showers, and I miss bathtubs. So that's one thing I'm looking forward to. I also used to go to a pool a lot, and it's pretty embarrassing to go to a pool when you're that heavy. I mean, I could do it, but there are bathing suits available, but I just wasn't comfortable, especially if there was a lot of young people around sort of pointing and giggling at me. I mean, I shouldn't care. I'm 61, but it's still embarrassing. The other thing is, a lot of times at the pools, they'd have a hot tub or jacuzzi or sauna, and because of my diabetes and my obesity, I couldn't use them. I would get overheated immediately, and it was kind of dangerous for me because I had lost some sensation in my feet, which meant the circulation down there was pretty poor, so you're not really supposed to use a jacuzzi if you have uncontrolled diabetes. So I didn't. And even taking a shower has became really hard. Standing in the shower is still a little difficult. I can do it, but I still have to do a lot of prep before I take the shower so I can make it go as fast as possible. So I do some sort of like a sponge bath before I get in the shower, and then I mostly use the shower just to wash my hair and rinse off everything that I've already scrubbed outside of the shower. So that's embarrassing and difficult, and in fact I couldn't even find a shower stool that would fit in my shower tub that was rated for my weight. They didn't go that high. So I would just love to be normal about bathing again. I mean, I've been careful to stay very clean. I hate that myth that fat people are dirty, because it's just not true. We just have to work harder at it to be clean. But it's really it's a mean fallacy. But I did have to work harder at it, and I look forward to it just being, as easy as it was when I was in my 20s and my 30s. So that's going to be a super NSV, or wait, I can't remember what the thing is. Oh, NSV, yeah, non-scale victory. That's one I'm really looking forward to. And the other thing is, because my diabetes was so bad, I haven't been able to swim in natural water like a lake or the ocean or anything for years. The last time I tried to even swim in an outdoor pool, I got a raging ear infection. I ended up going to the emergency room. I had blood running down my cheek. It was horrible. And that was because the outdoor pool, they get rained in, and that can dilute the chlorine and make them dangerous if somebody's not monitoring them carefully. So I learned the hard way that I just couldn't go into natural water for, like I said, it's been over a decade. So if I can get my diabetes completely under control and lose most of this weight, I think I would be able to go swimming once in a while in a lake and not have to worry about losing my hearing or dying from a systemic infection. So that would be very nice. Okay, I'm going to say one more really morbid thing, because I know a lot of heavy people will have maybe thought of this, and I want you to know that you're not crazy, that it's something that's sort of out there as this sort of amorphous fear that a lot of us have when we get really big. And that's this whole idea of, not being able to access or utilize the kind of emergency services that other people can. I was never so big that somebody was going to have to knock down a wall to get me out, but it would probably have been really hard, say, for, 2 firemen to carry me, because I was, over 418 pounds, and that's a lot of weight. Nobody was going to cradle me in their arms and carry me out of a burning building. And it was also, this is going to sound really morbid, but I'm just going to say it. I had this morbid fear of being so big that when I died, I wouldn't fit in a regular casket. I'm going to cry. And I know that's morbid, and I know it's behind me now, but it was, sometimes I lie in bed at night and I think about it and I think, well, I can't even think about it. It's too humiliating. But, I was afraid I was going to get bigger too. Even at 418 pounds, I might have been able to fit in a regular casket, but I thought, well, what happens if I gain more and I get to 500 or 600 pounds? And so I'm so relieved to already be in the, middle, low 300s. And I really, my goal is to get low enough that I never have to think about stuff like that again. It's very stressful. And people joke about it online. People who are mean, like on different, I don't want to call out certain websites, but the websites where people get together and they're young and they're mean. I've read people just say terrible things about people that are that big, like I was, and I still am big, but not as that was like almost 100 pounds ago. And I just think, I don't want to be that person anymore. Just that in and of itself and nothing else would be a tremendous non-scale victory. Just to never again have to worry about being too big to save or too big to bury. I know that sounds awful. So I'm going to change the subject. So on a vain note, I think I mentioned this before, but I just want to reiterate that I have not been able to buy clothes in a store. I wasn't able to for quite some time. I was buying all my clothes online, and it was very limited. And I have a dear friend who's tiny. She's like, 125 pounds, and I don't know, like 5'4" or something. And I was just talking to the other day about clothes, and she said, it never occurred to me that you were not wearing the clothes that you wanted to wear. It never occurred to her that I was so limited in my choices. I was wearing a lot of the same outfit over and over again, but it just in different colors. And, like I would buy a particular polo shirt from a particular website, and I would get it in 5 different colors, because that was the only thing I could find in 5X that was dressy enough for work and had some cotton in it, so I wasn't I don't like a lot of synthetics, and that covered my upper arms, had sleeves that came down almost to my elbows, and it was all about just finding what I could wear that would fit. And she said to me, oh, it never occurred to me that you weren't just wearing what you wanted to wear. and I thought, I haven't worn what I really want to wear for 20 years. So if I could just go to a store and try on clothes and find something that satisfied my taste and just bought it, it would be a red letter day. It would be super awesome. And I feel a little bit like that's vain, but I also feel like it's important to have that kind of freedom and to not be so restricted. So that's another thing I'm looking forward to. And I'm getting close. I think actually I could go to some of the I was in a 5X before, and a lot of the larger women's sizes, they wouldn't go above 3X or 2X. And I think I'm almost getting to the point where I could for sure find a 3X top. I know I can because my sister bought one for me and sent it to me as a gift. And I'm holding off on buying clothes, but I'm really looking forward to being able to just buy and wear whatever I want. So those are a few more reasons why I want to lose the weight, and I might do a part 3 of this, but I think my time is, it's getting to be over 10 minutes. That went fast. So I'm going to close now, and I wanted to say hello to my new subscribers, and that I wish everybody who's on this weight loss journey with me the very best. I hope it goes very well for you, and I will be back with another update soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.